Hello. So, exams are finished, everything's done. Time for some more Mass Effect. I think we're off to Novaria this time.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Are we there, though? We are there, aren't we? I think we're there.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Definitely not there.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Maybe we are. I'll have you up. That's very nice of you. Wasn't there supposed to be a cutscene there? I was getting to Novaria. I suppose it's in the last part. It's in the last part, so it'll be fine. Just update my chat there. Make sure everyone's turning up. Should be longer this time, that the internet sorts it out. Sounds up on that. There we go.
That's far enough.
I'm on important business.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
All you need to know is I have more credentials than you.
They plan to be trouble, ma'am.
I can't let you enter the port area without confirmation of your identity. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Don't try it.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock!
We're authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Shut the fuck up. Wish there was something in this crate so I could steal it right in front of them. Yeah, this is mine now. This is, all your bases belong to Shepard.
Weapons detectors. Don't mind the alarms. I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Someone pissed in your security chief's coffee today?
She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I'm not here to dig out any corporate secrets.
That's gratifying to hear.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia? She is here?
Passed through? Where is she now?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
No, no
She
respect
is
for
here.
authority.
I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Can your eyes get any bigger, please? Just... So, funny thing,
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's
the actual
most
the
respected
soundtrack
site
to
for
Novaria in
independent
this little
scientific
port
research and
face now is my favourite
For your own
soundtrack in the
safety
game.
and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
I sometimes have it like playing in my room when I'm doing work and stuff.
The managers warned us about you.
When's got here?
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan. News travels fast here. Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs. You want me to use my status to smuggle for you? That is not inaccurate.
Nah, he was honest about it.
I won't carry anything if I don't know what it is. This one must be discreet. Rest assured, the contents pose no threat to anyone within this port. I want to know where this package is going. This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous. Your customer would prefer to have his package. Tell me who it's for, or I walk out. Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. You understand this one's urgency. That other grows restless from the delay. I have no problem with that. This one humbly thanks the Spectre The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Ananias. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with? I'm just browsing right now. This one awaits your return.
So they use Markham quite a lot in this game. I wish they didn't. I wish they went out and got somebody else to do some sort of some voices. I really do think if you have lead characters who are voiced, they should really only be voicing that lead character. They shouldn't be voicing anyone else in the game. It's too much of a mind fuck to go through with it. Unfortunately, Noveria does have one of the most annoying dungeons in the game. If we're talking about dungeons. And that is the actual Peak 15 complex. It is quite annoying being in there. And I think I may need to cut this into 2 parts, or at least stop in a little bit, because there is a bug with multi-core processors with this game. When you get to Peak 15, your characters turn into blocks, like big black blocks, so you can't see your character anymore. That is a weird thing with the game, where it doesn't like multi-core processors. And so you need to basically turn the lighting off, and it makes the game look absolutely terrible in Peak 15. But you got to turn the lighting off so it knows. For some reason, that fixes the problem. It's just really weird. Yeah, I mean, you know, I like the Hanar. They're overly nice. I mean, it's just I think, because it's for a Krogan, I actually think these are Krogan testicles. In the package, that's what I've always thought that's what they was. That's what they were.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
Yeah.
Here you are. The Spectre has done a great service for this one. From the deepness of light, it thanks you. This one promised compensation for services rendered. It humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate. You're trying to make me laugh. You think I'm here to amuse you, to make funny sputtering noises when you offer an insult instead of a reward. No, this one would never. This one could raise the sum to 500 credits. That is half this one's profit taken by the other. It can offer no more. That's thoughtful of you. This one is glad to have come to an agreement. Show me what you're selling. Of course.
Oh, cool. Non-human armors. Standard items. Oh, this is all really expensive. I can get that though. Yeah, I'm buying that. I suppose I can sell things that I want to right now. So, Guardian 2, not very good. Titan is good, but I need medium armor for it. So let's see what I can do with my character. When do I get medium armors? There we go. We're on our way. One more level up and we'll be fine. We can wear our Titan armor. Really cool.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
Fair enough. I do find the Port Hanshan really, really peaceful with the snowstorm outside and things. I like its aesthetic. I don't like Peak 15. It just drags too much, and why would it be testicles? Because it's the game says to you before. Garrus says when you're on the ship, he says, "Oh yeah, I didn't find one Krogan testicle." But you know, when he's searching another place, I didn't find anything, not one Krogan testicle. And Shepard's like, "What? People buy those?" He goes, "Yeah, there's Krogan trying to get around the genophage. It doesn't really work, but you know, they're still really expensive. You can get like 40,000 for a full set." So it's like, oh, okay. So that's what I think it is. I think there's a Krogan like smuggling testicles.
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in. You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
You have a problem with colonials?
No appreciation for economics. Protectionists and communists, all of them. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
You let Asari who can kill you with their brains run around, but give us flack about guns?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She's here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Shepard, I am sure that there are other people here who could help us.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
That's it? Dude, I've got like $2,000 sitting in my pocket. How much do you want?
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort, and every minute of my time you waste costs...
Do you do business with Saren?
I believe I explained this already, did I not? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's...
I'm leaving.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
I open this? No. I know, yeah, all communists. What? The colonists, of course they are.
Mr. Annaleus isn't the only one with a past to leave Hanshan. You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
I can bludgeon pretty hard.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Annaleus.
Talk to you later.
Very well.
I know I could have just started then and you know, started asking her questions about that Lorik Keen guy. But considering she just said, please don't do that because, you know, yeah. Still would have been quite funny. Yeah, that's the one thing that BioWare games like this sort of miss, is that you can't really roleplay specific characters. Like in the old Fallouts and stuff,
Sterling
you know.
catches me with you, she'll, I don't know, crush my trachea with her brain or something.
Yeah, you can roleplay like as a stupid person in other games, in proper role-playing games. You can't really in this. Shepard's just Shepard. Yeah. You can certainly make decisions on his behalf, but his personality and things are pretty much, you know, bog standard. There's one or two archetypes of personality. But the good thing at Mass Effect is it does the morality side of things in a way that I like, in that there's no good or evil. It's just like, you know, ruthless or, you know, going above and beyond. One of the two.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time. The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
Strange people skulking in corners have gotten me in trouble before.
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Novaria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you. 500 credits.
Interesting plan. I'm in.
Excellent. Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I've assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
I'll go see him now.
I hope to hear from you soon.
So another thing that BioWare games like this fall down on is things like this. So when I speak to this guy, if I have a high enough Renegade or Paragon score, I can finish the quest, basically. And that's something that runs throughout the game, even with the very last boss as well. Which is pretty cool. But the thing is, though, there isn't any real way to go about doing the quest by just being clever with how you speak. You know, I think there should be a third option there where, you know, if you haven't got high enough Renegade or Paragon score, if you select the right responses, you know, you can actually get them to open up anyway. A thing like Dragon Age will let you do that, this one doesn't.
Can I help you?
Mr. Vargas, I'm Commander Shepard, a Spectre. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas sales. Were you interested in our services?
I might be. That depends on what sort of offer your company can make.
It was my understanding that the Citadel contracted to a Solarian corporation for its enhancement programs.
Mr. Vargas, I'm here to talk business with you. If you'd rather speculate on politics, I can visit another Gen Eng firm.
You have my full attention, Shepard. I'm merely getting a handle on my negotiating position. First, the boilerplate disclaimer. No genetic enhancement is guaranteed to take. We can maximize the odds, but every strand of DNA is unique. Our patented techniques can provide an 8% improvement in adrenal response, 12% faster clotting, and a measurable decrease in CG muscle degeneracy.
Mars Gene's clotting enhancement improves speed by 16%.
Ah, I see you've done some research. That's their official claim. However, we believe they cherry-picked their sample to show optimum results. The numbers we provide are strict mathematical averages. I can get you those improvements for 30K credits per head. For a bulk order, I can work in a sensory enhancement package. Guaranteed 20/15 vision and hearing from 12 to 22,000 hertz.
See what I mean?
Are you sure that's the best price you can offer?
Absolutely. That's the standard rate. Of course, if the government moves forward with this on an official level, there might be some additional discounts. I have to admit, it surprised me that you were here for business. There are many development projects on Noveria, some not entirely legal.
I wear a lot of hats, Mr. Vargas. Some days I shut down criminals, some days I defuse nukes. Some days I like to enjoy private vices. You understand me?
I suppose. My apologies. Your manner is rather informal for a business meeting.
Sounds like my crew needs me for something. I'll be in touch.
Of course, Commander Shepard. We look forward to doing business with the Citadel.
Hopefully that worked. It might not have done though.
Any results?
Your toy did its job.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
I could easily call Mr. Vargas and tell him what I just did.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
Thanks.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Lorik Keene? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analaeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
By rents, you mean bribes for Analaeus?
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analaeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analaeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analaeus cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
That sounds like a fair trade.
Violence against Mr. Analaeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Han Shan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If he's paying them under the table, they're mercenaries. I can kill mercenaries.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
I'll try my best. I actually really like Lorik Keene. I don't think, in terms of Shepard being a communist, I don't think it's ever really discussed what his political leanings are. I think they can be basically whatever you want. In fact, I think the normal state of Shepard is the fact that he doesn't like politics in general, if you know what I mean. Really big politics guy. Okay, let's head on.
Don't make us regret letting you keep those guns.
How are you today anyway, Vior? Everything good? Having a good day? Are we going in here? I myself, before my 2 exams last week, I used to go to bed very late because I'd work at night, so I'd basically, you know, I'd mark essays and things, and then by the time I'd finished doing that and tutoring, it'd be like 8, 9 o'clock, so I'd want to do my own thing. So then I'd stay up to about 3 or 4 in the morning doing that, maybe even later sometimes. Where the bloody hell am I going? Down here. And so when I had exams early in the morning in Manchester and London, which are quite far away, I basically just wouldn't sleep, and it was one day after the other, so I basically didn't sleep for 2 days, and it just wrecked my system. And it's now just wrecked my... now, like... I'm starting to get onto a normal sleeping pattern now, which is good and bad. Good as in, it's a normal sleeping pattern. Bad as in, I'm moving to the States, so it's not really going to matter really soon. So at this point in time, I'm getting tired at like really strange times. So at like 5 o'clock, I start really wanting to sleep. Even if I got like 6 to 7 hours the day before, I'll still want to sleep. Really strange. But yeah, I'll be fine.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
What'll you do if I don't?
You're the Spectre, right? Laura Keene is under investigation.
Ananias is paying you to shake this place down. That makes you a criminal. I can kill criminals.
You're bluffing.
When the wager is one's life, is calling the bluff really so wise?
He ain't paying me enough to take on Spectres or Alliance troops or whatever. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Take cover!
Come on. Out the way, guys. Come on. Oh, there he is.
Perimeter secured.
I will read those messages in a minute. Just to get this out the way first.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Do you plan on making me leave?
Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk out? Ananias would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You're breaking the law for bribe money. You know what we do to dirty cops on my world?
If you want to fight, I'll give you one.
You talk the talk. Let's see if you can walk after I break your legs.
Sigh.
You must
Bring it on.
I will destroy you!
I will destroy you!
I
Yes,
think we're done
that's
here.
the end of that. Right, it's been said. Oh, right, okay. Squeezing money, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that you're having problems with the professor. I used to have problems with a few professors in my uni as well.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
Of course not. Why would I?
Don't play me, Shepard. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
It's not too bad, really. It's temporary, you know what I mean? It's more like my body doesn't really know what it's doing right now. So I was in a really good sleeping pattern, even though I was staying up really late. At least I would get, like, you know, a good 8-9 hours of, like, good productivity, and then I'd sleep for about 7 to 8 hours, and, you know, I'd be fine. But with not sleeping for 2 days, it really has whacked everything out of kilter a little bit. I mean, this is a week ago now, so... No, but the thing is that I have been up during the day now, which is quite nice, because over Christmas and stuff, because I was on that sleeping pattern, there were some days where I just wouldn't see sunlight, because I'd wake up at like 4. You know, so... I wouldn't worry about professors in university. Like, everybody has those problems, man. Trust me. Like, I can tell you some stories about professors to tell you that now. I dated one, which we didn't know at the time, which is quite funny.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Novaria Internal Affairs.
What do you want?
The Executive Board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the Board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, "This month I stole 3 million credits." Keen's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
Why don't you ask Keen directly?
I'm Ananias' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
I thought corruption was the rule on Novaria.
The rule is, don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
If your executive board loses a few million credits, it's not my problem. I have my own mission.
Yes, fate of billions and all that. I couldn't possibly understand how important your work is. You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Keen is offering to pay me. Can you?
I can produce a copy of Ananias' pass for you. I can't move large sums of money without someone noticing.
Do you know why the matriarch is here?
Something to do with Peak 15. She arrived after we received their Code Omega, automated warning of a containment breach. She came with an escort of Asari commandos. They took the last shuttle up to Peak 15 with a load of crates.
Do you know what she had in the crates?
No idea. The commandos wouldn't let anyone near them. They seemed heavy, though.
How can I get to Peak 15?
The shuttles are down, so you'd have to drive up. If you get Keen to testify, I'll get you into the garage.
Do you know why the matriarch is here?
Something to do with Peak 15. She arrived after we received their Code Omega, automated warning of a containment breach. She came with an escort of Asari commandos. They took the last shuttle up to Peak 15 with a load of crates.
I'll consider it and get back to you.
If you have any love for the law, you'll talk to Keen for me. Don't disappoint me. You know where I work. Come talk to me when you change your mind.
Funny thing is, though, you can go back to Ananias now and grass her up if you want to. And they end up killing each other, and you take the ticket from one of their corpses, which is quite funny. But I like doing it this way, you get more Renegade points.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Ananias.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it? I have no interest in a public spectacle.
If necessary, yes. Do what I tell you to, or Ananias will find what he's looking for.
It is good to have all our cards on the table. I regret that you have a better hand. Very well, I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
How in the hell did you get 25 Renegade points for that? That guy is pretty, not crooked, but he's pretty shady, you know? And you just said, hey, you know, do this, or, you know, testify to get rid of corruption, or, you know, I'm gonna tell people what you do. Oh, this bug happened. Oh, BioWare. So the bug there is, unfortunately, you get to an elevator and it doesn't go anywhere. You're just stuck there. Infuriating, I know. Not much I can really do there, I'm afraid. Blame BioWare.
I don't think you're supposed
No,
to.
I'm not.
I'm Anna Leia.
No, I'm not doing that, 'cause that's not what I fucking said, so... God. Come on.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Do you plan on making...
Anna Leia.
You're breaking the law for bribe money.
If you want to fight...
You talk the talk. Let's see if you can walk after I break your legs.
Will you let me fucking... Pressing the button for ages and it wouldn't let me do it. Why is it... It's doing this a lot these days, where it's just literally taking the piss. Like, you get to a stage where... It doesn't do this when it hasn't crashed, you know what I mean? Because it's crashed, it's playing silly buggers.
I will destroy you.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe that bug. That bug was in the Xbox version. You know what I mean?
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the synthetic...
Of course not.
Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Come on. Stupid.
Someone murdered our people in the Synthetic Insights office. Wonder who could have done that.
I think it says that as you just see me walking out there nonchalantly. Oh, no, me.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parse.
What do you want?
I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence?
If you're executive...
Yes, you help my investigation.
the long run,
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You
Keen is offered.
I can produce... She came with an escort.
Do you know what you...
No idea.
How can I get...
She came with an escort.
I'll consider...
You know where I work. Come talk to me when you change your mind.
Okay, nearly there. Nearly caught up.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how... Very well, I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
I'm gonna save it here. In case it tries to screw me again. Not really a fan of the shoes in this game. Just look like little slippers. Plus, I never really got how the armor and Mass Effect 1 stopped bullets.
Sergeant Sterling was killed. When we get the one responsible, we'll take turns guarding them.
I heard some of the guys were ransacking synthetic insides. Captain Matsuo didn't order that.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
So, how about getting me into the garage?
While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
What did the evil sound effect for that? Right, so can we now get... Yes, we can. Yeah. Looks pretty bad, but... Guardian looks pretty cool. Probably. Yeah. You think heavy armor would actually look heavy? It just looks like normal armor to me.
I heard the administrator's been arrested. Any chance you had something to do with that?
That was the internal affairs investigator working for the executive board.
Internal affairs inspectors all at once, eh? Annaleus is having a bad week. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Annaleus. And the matriarch came through.
What was that about synthetic insights?
Annaleus had shut down SI. Looks like he was trying to blackmail them. It happens often enough. He got caught this time, though. Looks like the executive board is going to feed him to the Nathak.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. and everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
I like little characters, that random little characters. It's nice.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Okay.
So that's what the Asari had in the crates.
Yeah, it won't be a problem for much longer.
What did you do here, Commander?
Only what I had to. I didn't ask the Geth to attack.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
The Asari bitch came with a bunch of cargo. They were probably packed in those.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia Sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
We may be seeing a lot more of these things in the coming months.
For 3 centuries, everyone has said the Geth don't come out of the Veil. What is happening out there? I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Okay. What's this? Could do with the armor-piercing rounds. Boom. Hey, Charlie. To be honest with you, I would love a remaster and I would play it, but I just can't see BioWare doing it, you know? Generally, anything fans ask for, they delight in not giving you. So. I also love this part of the game. One part I do not like is the Peak 15, you know, dungeon itself. Mainly because of the main bug you'll see when we get into it, but also it does go on and on and on. The actual puzzles and the, you know, you're going back and forth a lot. That's the sign of a very weak dungeon, to be honest with you. The fact that it makes you backtrack all the time. What's all this? Oh, no, didn't realize you were here. think everyone's hopes are pinned on the new Dragon Age being good. Unfortunately, I can't really see it happening. I think BioWare are just too far gone now, to be honest with you. And it's not the same company. They're not the same people. So anyone expecting another Origins or even another Inquisition, that one Inquisition was okay. Anyone expecting anything like that, yeah, you're in for a disappointment. I honestly think, like, I kind of wish that they would just, what's she firing at? I kind of wish that they would just change the company name, because it's not BioWare anymore. I'm not saying that from a miserable "oh woe is me" standard of, like, you know, I wish BioWare were like this or that or the other. I'm just saying they're not the same company. It's just not the same people working on it. It's not the same, you know. I actually think unless they change the name of the company, it's going to stay the same as well. And people are just going to always have these expectations that they'll be BioWare, the BioWare of old, and they just never will. Because all those talented people left. So, maybe call it, like, EA Mythic or something? I don't know. So, unfortunately, look at this guy on the front. It's quite funny. One thing I don't... Oh, look at that. Jumped over it. One thing that I don't agree with is when people say that BioWare fans their expectations are too high. I don't agree with that at all. And I mainly say that because if you look at Dragon Age 2, right? There are lots of BioWare fans, including myself, who gave that game every chance, and who say, look, if you take the game on its own merits, it's a decent game. It's really good. You know? No. Is it as good as Origins? No. But is any RPG as good as Origins? No. So, Peak 15. But if you take 2 on its own merits, it's actually quite a decent little game. You know, it really is. So, I don't know a lot of BioWare fans who say stuff like that. So when people say, oh, it's, you know, they're just too entitled, they expect too much. Not really. Not really. You know, I think BioWare get a big pass from a lot of their fans. It's just they've absolutely taken the piss for so long with their lack of effort and their, you know, and now we found out the treatment of their employees as well. So not only are their games woefully lazily written, you know, I think what they don't really get is that in BioWare games, in good BioWare games, the combat and things, that's just dressing on the salad. Yeah, good combat is dressing on the salad. It's the writing that draws people in, and it's the characters that make people want to play BioWare games. You know, for God's sake, people still go back and play Baldur's Gate 1, which is a game that looks like, you know, this has gone through a shredder. People still go back and play it today because of the writing, and because of the characters that are in it. Knights of the Old Republic 1, people still go back and play Knights of the Old Republic 1 because of the writing, you know? Ready for the bug? Watch this. There we go. So, we're gonna need to get this sorted out. I'm not sure if we're gonna do it now. But obviously we can't play it like this. So give me a second. Now, don't blame Bioware for this, because this is a problem, as I said before, with Mass Effect not liking multi-core CPUs, which were not a thing when Mass Effect was actually made. So, how do I get the console up? Yeah. I'm seeing with brand names and stuff. Right, give me a second. I'm gonna go try and find out how to get the console up. Da, 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 da. I think I'm gonna have to come up the game for a second. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll have to sort this out. Find. Da, da, da. Documents. Bioware. Mass Effect. Config. Bio input. Find. Engine. Console. Console key equals tilde. Awesome. Bang. And right. Big 15 bug. Fixated characters. There we go. View mode unlit. Nice. Okay. If I fix that in 30 seconds, I'm going to feel like absolute hacker man. So, let's see. To be honest with you, V-Up, I think BioWare and EA definitely do things like that, but I think the culture of EA, BioWare was actually founded by two doctors, and Ray Mazukia, and I think the other one's called Zeschuk. Yay, we're back. Now you see how terrible it looks now without the lighting. Yeah. Now with the lighting, looks better, but we're now blocky. Bang.
alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
We will need to get the reactors back online. Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
Okay. God, Spore, that's a game I've not heard from in a long time. That was meant to be... Do you know those games that are meant to like be paradigm shifts? Like Fable was supposed to be one as well, where everything's supposed to change after the game comes out, and then it comes out and it doesn't do anything at all. Oh my god, the lighting. That was one of those games. Okay, that ammo's way overpowered.
What was that?
Probably the breed. Have a panic attack, I'll protect you.
Hostile spotted.
What were those?
Damned if I know, but someone on this mountain does.
That's the last of them.
Oh, really? That's a shame. I remember I saw Robin Williams do a playthrough of Spore, and I mean that Robin Williams, the comedian. And it was just hilarious the way he was making things and talking about them and stuff. Have a look on YouTube, it should be there.
All targets down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the Rachni, because I actually like the Queen in this. It's not really her fault.
Shepard, that is a backup power system.
Damn it.
Perimeter clear.
Not enough power to restart. Okay. They could have done such an alien thing with this. I think they did miss a trick with it. You just come here. Yeah. Without the lighting, everything looks the same. Not enough power to restart. So where the hell do we go? Not enough power to restart. Okay, that's the way out again. Can't go that way. Sure about this. There's a power junction.
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
Okay. It's a pretty innocuous piece of plastic there that you need to just whack on the head. Down we go. Oh, I don't want to do this. How much Omni Gel do I have? Okay. Reduce to Omni Gel. Oh, we nearly got enough. That's good. Just to Omni Gel. Come on. Kind of a James Bondy sounding thing.
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
How do I shut this thing up?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Commander Shepard. I work for the Citadel Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to Binary Helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shutdown could occur if reactor breach seems likely, or in the case of catastrophic laboratory containment failure. Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological contagions. It may also damage mechanical ones.
Turn off the heat and hope the cold puts whatever you've unleashed to sleep.
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
What are the landlines, and why are they disabled?
The landlines connect my mainframes here at Central Station to the various sub-facilities of Peak 15. This allows the crew to remotely access my databases from the comfort and security of their labs. When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs, the cabling was automatically ejected.
How do I reconnect the landlines?
The landlines are designed for easy reconnection. The router for the landlines is on the roof of operations. Simply activate the controls and the hardware will reconnect and reboot automatically.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
The creatures we've encountered here, did they come from the labs?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access. Only executives of Binary Helix have that level of clearance.
Why were you taken offline?
In the event, Peak 15 must be sterilized for security purposes. My program and data are purged.
They kill you if something goes wrong?
My systems are permanently disabled. To be killed, I would need to be alive. I am merely a database program.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
So,
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
she will say that all the time when you come back. It just never shuts up.
Now entering main reactor. User alert.
Hey.
Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Okay.
Hostile contact.
Oh shit. I was not expecting to see him there.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance.
The HE3 fuel line is cut.
Not anymore than that. He just comes around the corner. Hello. Game. Only shot him like 4 times. But, you know.
Online. How may I assist you?
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Oh, shut up. Okay. I was pleasantly surprised, I think last year when I played this, that this was actually quite quick compared to how it was.
Perimeter secured.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
I know. Go. Alrighty. It's easy to fix.
That's the last of them.
Should be able to get over there now. Right.
Connections restored. Processing new data. User alert. Unable to connect to hot lab facilities.
Now, when I first played this, it took me ages to work out the other stuff. So when I did it and she said that, I was like, "You are fucking kidding me!" After all that.
What's this about loose contaminants?
Dangerous biological agents are present in the tramway decontamination chamber. The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended prior to access.
Override. Open the doors now.
Very well, Commander. Releasing safeties. Proceed at your discretion.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
I swear, if she kept stopping me there, I'd have been like... Let's head out, shall we?
I think we're done here.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. No hazardous or unauthorized materials detected.
They're locked in.
The door could... Enemy contact.
Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities. How may I assist you?
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
That's all I need.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Control group, losing them. They're in... Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Get out while you can.
He killed himself. Because he was part of whatever happened here.
Among my people, a suicide's body would be left for scavengers. The Nathak will get to him eventually.
Guess I can't. Okay. I've already overrode it, I suppose. Oh, there's a fucking Rachni in there. The end of him.
arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Okay. One second. Right. There we go. Let's head on. Can't go to the hot labs yet.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work a train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
I'm packing fire and steel. They want to fight with claws and teeth? It's their funeral.
You got my support. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
Venezia. Is she still over there?
I don't know. I don't see what one person could do.
A matriarch has the skill to keep herself alive for a long time.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. Can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
Tell me about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I just wanted to offer some deployment advice. You're lucky these things are dumb animals. 3 coordinated guys could take this place.
Have you checked the layout yet? Easily defensible by a few people. That's not counting the automated defenses.
Automated defenses can be overridden.
What impresses me most is the turrets, alarms, and cameras. They're all routed through a central location out by the quarantine labs. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
What kind of research is done here?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
Tell me about the defenses here.
It's designed to survive a breach. The turrets and alarms are routed from a control room out by the quarantine labs.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
I need to know more about the situation in the hot labs.
The facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable one. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only. Listen. I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. You understand?
Okay.
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
Oh. Just crashed. Might have something to do with the console commands I've got on. Let's get the lighting. Oh, the lighting's on.
User alert.
We're fine.
Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Wait, this is where it saved last? Oh, son of a bitch.
Now exiting.
Son of a bitch. Why did we...
Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Why don't you just autosave? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, game? For God's sake.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Get the hell out of here. Go on. Don't need to do that. We can just go.
Perimeter secured.
So annoying how it doesn't have the autosave. That's ridiculous.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
They're locked in.
The enemy sighted.
Control group, losing them. They're in... Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Get out while you can.
He killed himself. Because he was part of whatever happened here.
Among my people, a suicide's body would be left for scavengers. The Nathak will get to him eventually.
Connections restored.
What's this about loose contaminants?
Danger. The tram station has been sealed in the... Releasing safeties. Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
Okay.
Area secured.
Nearly there.
Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Okay. Might want to actually save it here, just in case. Again, this is the most... I don't know why, but it seems like the most buggy part. is this, unfortunately.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work a train's control?
Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't... Yeah. The first we knew the bastards were clawing into my command. You got my support. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the...
Venezia.
I don't know.
Matriarch.
Oh, if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Tell me about Rift's.
I can't
Tell me
talk
about the defenses here.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke and corner.
I just wanted to
Have
offer
you checked the layout yet? Easily.
Automated.
One guy can lock down the whole facility.
What kind of
Beats
research?
me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying.
What can you tell me?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only...
I need to know more.
Facilities off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator and...
How are your...
Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and...
You're certain
she
the
hasn't
Matriarch-
come back here. You can't... Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Hold the line!
End of that.
All clear.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
We're all in the same boat.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
This is a tram, so I guess we're going... Go that way or this way? I don't know. It's this way? Nope. No idea why some places are not good and some places are.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
What do you want?
I've had a long day. Don't piss me off.
Yes, I'm sorry. I haven't had much sleep lately.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
Suit yourself.
I'm just trying to avoid an incident.
Talk to you later.
Yes.
I would help, but, you know, if they don't want to help themselves, fine. I mean, everyone you speak to in here has pretty much got an agenda or is an asshole, so... For instance...
What?
You're a member of the science teams?
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
Think you could translate that into galactic?
It's a genetic thing. Forget it.
You seem less upset at this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Bye.
That's all for now.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Hence me not really caring about these guys. I don't think there's any enemies on here. No.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
Are you trying to be cryptic? Or are you just nuts?
I wish I were crazy. It would be easier.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
The only thing you could do was save yourself.
Of course. That is perfectly true.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
The Krogan wiped them out 1,000 years ago.
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only guy I really wanted to speak to, because he sends you messages later on.
Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll... yeah. You just have to.
Whatever, dude. Okay, not really bothered about anyone else. Let's head on in. Oh, for fuck's sake. Cannot believe it's done it again. I'm really starting to really lose it with this now. Believe that bug is in the fucking game. Years, 10, 15 years after the game came out. Oh, having a laugh. I remember being on the Xbox. It just stops. You can't use the fucking elevator. Why? Do not tell me that did not come through testing. You know what I mean? People would have come across that loads in testing, but no. Lazy.
Stand down. Sorry,
do you know what,
couldn't be
mate?
sure what was on.
Whatever, mate. No, I don't
You're
care.
human,
I don't
and that's
care.
enough.
I don't care. I don't care.
Sorry to clean up the mess.
I don't care.
All right,
I've got work to do.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Hell, man the perimeter.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
With it, come on. Sick of it. Fucking shut up.
I don't know why.
Ridiculous. this thing with RPGs as well, when they do shit like this, it's not like you can just carry on because it doesn't auto-save. Why? Why doesn't it do that? Why would I fucking speak to you? Why does it not fucking auto-save? Switched it on, it just refuses to. It just refuses to auto-save. Come on.
You came to find out about them.
Are you trying to be criminal?
I wish I were crazy.
Who?
I closed the door. Of course. It's possible.
Ragni? That's
If you're gonna be crazy. Crazy? I'm sane. Yeah.
Sorry that I'll lose it with it. But it just does piss me off. I don't understand what. I don't understand why it's still in the game. You could lose loads of progress to that. Imagine if you hadn't saved since the very start of Peak 15, and you get to this part and it does that. It freezes inside of the elevator. No, thank you. Nearly there now. I swear that's why it's got a bad reputation with me, is because it does this. The only part of the game where it just bugs out, and you gotta, you know, nurse it through. Couple that with the quite obtuse dungeon that it's in as well. And it's quite infuriating, or at least it can be. Come on. Okay, we're around about where we need to be.
Are you here to secure the situation?
If by secure you mean shoot every monster I see, sure.
I am certain you are having strong feelings. But what has happened here, it is our fault. You understand?
Wait, is there an Asari matriarch here?
Asari? I have not seen one.
She is safe then, at Rift Station.
This is not important. You must be listening. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Ragni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They should have destroyed it. Why hatch it?
Binary Helix planned to clone Ragni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Ragni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours, and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
This is fascinating, but we don't have time to chat.
These Ragni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira destruct...
Hostile spotted. All targets down.
Always happens to doctors in these settings, isn't it?
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Sic semper
That is not the correct code. Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Is that done? Right, just in case. Be able to get to the Rift Station now, at least.
I'm sorry about this, Shepard. We've got orders from Venezia. Open fire!
You must die!
Sure, this order's worked out for you. Why is its health going down? What the hell?
Go, go, go!
Hold the line!
Probably should have saved it there. I've never been down here before. Wow. Literally never been down here before. Oh, this is where we are.
Target's down.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, though. I do like the lighting. If we can get the lighting to work, then we'll leave it on. Because in this area it's quite nice. Link to bet when we get inside. I don't want to be doing that. There we go.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
You won't look so smug with a hole in your head.
Your insolence is a poor mask for your fear.
Okay, see ya. Get down. Guessing that's the end of that wave? Oh no, I am.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
I expected better from Asari commandos.
I will not betray him. You will You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions, briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
How can he compel you? He's not even here.
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
The ship that attacked Eden Prime? I didn't think anything that size could land on a planet.
It has a very powerful Mass Effect drive, but that is not Sovereign's true power. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Tell me where the Mu gate is before I lose my temper.
Of course, Commander. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. Oh, you should.
Mother, don't leave. Fight him.
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die. I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Netagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
What if we killed him?
Mother.
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
That is the cheesiest acting I have ever seen. Props to her. One thing I didn't like about this is how, like, the aura hardly reacts. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. This is the one decision I probably will never do Renegade, to be honest with you. It's basically like, you know, This is the difference between Renegade and stupid. When you weigh up all the evidence, it's here.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
I didn't come here to talk to bugs.
You are not in harmony with those who hoped to control us. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
There are acid tanks rigged up on that thing. Set them off. Millions of my ancestors died to put these things down. Don't let them come back.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance. Songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
You could have calmed them if I hadn't set off the purge?
No. Our minds are not as yours. We can only learn to sing in harmony. Without a mother, children are lost to silence. You should not sing of them in gray and violet. We would have stilled them ourselves.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
Are you stupid? Your people didn't fight these bastards, so maybe you don't get it.
I'd like to have the Rachni on our side in the future.
Do what you want. My people will clean up this mess later, just like we did for the Solarians.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
Great. Bugs are writing songs about you. Mark my words, you'll regret this.
It is the only thing I will never do Renegade on this game. I just don't see the point. Like, all the evidence that you've seen, if you think about it, points towards them being like innocent in it. Doesn't necessarily mean, you know. See, there should be a scene here where she, like...
I do not like this place. Too many dark secrets.
Where Liara's, like, emotional. There we go. So yeah, especially where the game's going, I know it's a bit of a cheaty doing it in hindsight, but where the game's going, you sort of get that they are innocent in later games as well. And I had that hunch when I first played the game, so I let her go, even when I did subsequent playthroughs of it. So it was nice to have that gratification in later games with like, yeah, you were right, they were victims, they didn't mean to do what they were doing. But we'll get to that, obviously.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu Relay?
The Mu Relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The Commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the Commander resign when I wasn't looking?
I won't be a puppet for the Asari. I give the orders around here. Understood?
Forgive me, Commander. I was only trying to help.
This is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, do not cut me off like last time. I failed to find it amusing.
Whoops.
And we're out.
Alright, so that's all we'll be doing in this session. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me, even though it got frustrating for a little bit. And yeah, we're back over the weekend, maybe even before then, where we're going to be doing Pinnacle Station and loads of things I haven't done before, which is going to be amazing. So cheers, and I'll speak to you next time.